attraction in this afternoon session is, of course, Larry. Larry and I became good friends when once, long time ago, I was invited to a conference in Shanghai. Vigor with which he pursues his interest in the matter of taxation. He is not, contrary to what Vijay Kumar has said, he is not retired from tax practice. In fact, he has practices in around almost 9 countries of Asia. In course of our many was about budgets in Singapore, in Hong Kong. He will be talking to us about the taxation system in China, and he will of course be talking to us. I think he told me that once that he was the first American CPA to be authorized to practice in the People's Republic of China. He is married to a Chinese lady, and although he has been living in China for almost 20 years now. Larry writes, to those of you who know, who read the Tax Analyst or Tax Notes International, he writes regularly a fortnightly column in Tax Notes International, and he has been of course very kind to us and has been writing. He is the greatest tax entertainer that I have come across in my career. So if you start with the presentation on the taxation, the changes relating to the taxation, international taxation in India. It's a policy announcement. It's not really anything to do with the tax proposals. These are policy announcements. Obviously, in this season of scams that one hears almost every day, it was but inevitable that the finance minister would make a mention. More or less, the fight which is led by the OECD in having more transparency in the matter of tax exchange of information, and this is now the financial action task force that is leading to the money laundering. Then developing systems for implementation. Actually, I was the joint secretary in the Foreign Taxation Division for 2.5 years, and there was a time when I was negotiating treaties as a representative. So that was the situation. That situation is going to be remedied. I am told that there is going to be a dedicated cell in the Central Board of Direct Taxes dealing with exchange of information. The number of posts of direct importance is given to this very vital area. Their FII investment limit in corporate bonds have been increased. The FII have also been through the withdrawal of MAT and dividend distribution tax exemption for SEZ developers and units has attracted a lot of criticism. Let us wait and see what the toolbox of measures, that is exchange information with India, is in dealing these kind of problems that we are facing would not arise. And then is a more exacting standard. It dispenses with the domestic tax requirement condition that was there for countries to exchange information. It also dispenses with the banking secrecy. The countries cannot fall back on the clauses relating to banking secrecy to refuse information to the requesting countries. So if those kind of... No, sorry. So what are the consequences of putting these certain countries or jurisdiction in this blacklist is that all the transactions with the parties, with anyone in that jurisdiction will be subject to transfer pricing regulations. Whether they are associated enterprises or not, they will be deemed to be transaction with associated enterprises, and they will be subject to transfer pricing regulations. And if you take the transactions, there will be payment side, there will be receipt side. Insofar as the payment side is concerned, the payments to financial institutions, means banks basically, in these jurisdictions will not be allowed unless the taxpayer authorizes the CBDT or person authorized who is authorized to receive information to call for the information directly from the bank. It happens sometimes, even now. I mean, in our days also, it used to happen that because of the banking secrecy laws, the jurisdiction concerned could not give us information of the creditworthiness of the party from whom the receipts have been some transactions. Is received, is extended. The maximum period I think they can go is up to 6 months. Next stage, and at times from a few other jurisdictions, but mostly United States. But with the emphasis on exchange of information all over the world, engage in any commercial activities. But the tax department's experience has been that in many cases, not all, in many cases, these were not liaison offices, these were actually doing the regular businesses run from those premises, but they never filed any tax return, never have been applied for permanent account number, and the tax department had details we do not know that will be prescribed. Before, there was when tax pricing provisions were introduced at that time, it was thought that since this is a new provision, there should be some tolerance limit given to the taxpayers. The taxing officer did not make any changes to the transactions that were referred to him, but he found that Amadeus India actually incurred a lot of expenses of marketing and brand promotion, which actually inured for the benefit of Amadeus Pay and not to the. One very interesting proposal is the proposal relating to taxation of dividends, of foreign dividends dividends of Indian, foreign subsidiaries of Indian companies. As of now, entertaining. Thank you.